Day 5, what is it? November 12th. I told myself I'm not vlogging today. It's just work. I mean, there's no reason to vlog another work day, right? Well, boy, was I wrong. I got off and I was like, all right, if I want to give Wawa's Pizza a chance, I decided to put that off till tonight. Then I'm going to have to, stall around for at least an hour. So what did I do? I went out with better lighting and shot the departures. It's still the same setup. Now I gotta show you guys something. Now this is pretty freaking cool. Alright, we're gonna breeze through this. I'm gonna show some of my favorite shots. Remember, it's gonna look better for me than it is for you. So that shot was cool. Kind of that same shot we got last night, but this time just a little more vibrancy, especially after I edited it. This shot was cool. Like, I got it with the palm tree branches in the foreground entirely. I thought it turned out cool. That's just super vibrant. Kind of close in the back, but that's just aesthetically pleasing. Like, that could easily be one of their commercial photos once I edit it. Love that shot. Again, planes were taking off at different angles. I think this is my favorite shot. I'll have to save the sky if I can. Same plane, just a different look. Again, the more to the right they went, the more the sky was blue, and I got better lighting. But the caveat to it is this. When I would shoot that way, I'm getting more of the undercarriage usually and less of the details I want. But I do like this shot too. Kind of a different perspective. Now this Delta was tough to frame. It was a 757 and it was longer. And the only reason I know that is because I was using the flight tracker app. More on that in a minute. Again, kind of the same detail with the foreground elements being the palm tree branches. I thought it looked really cool. I kind of like that shot. And then the Southwest, I mean, some were just normal planes. And then I started getting picky. This one was cool. This is a flight in my... No, it's a normal American. I accidentally forgot to zoom back in for that shot because I was on the phone with Josh. There's a good shot. Actually, I think, one of the two. You can go either way. United, cool. JetBlue, cool. Who cares? North, Southwest, whatever. And then the coolest freaking thing happened. So this flight is going to South America. How do I know? Again, Flight Radar 24. Good app. Go get it. I'll pick one. Might crop later. Who cares? This plane was cool. It literally said thank you. So I'm thinking, you're welcome. Delta's got some cool planes. I think that one's my favorite. I like the way it's framed. That one's good too. You guys ready though? After all the rambling and all the games, I am just so excited to show you guys this next one. I looked down on my phone and I'm talking with Josh and I'm like, I would love to see a 747. Like, I've never seen one before. And I kid you not, I looked down and I saw a 747 on the thing. This one, I'm sorry, that one earlier, I don't know where it was going. I forget where this one was going. Maybe this is the South American one. I don't remember. Still pretty cool nonetheless. But United, one of the better shots. Boom. This is what I was going to show you. All those 3 minutes, yes, it's for this. Look at this. That's a Boeing 747. It really happened. I didn't get the info on where it was going or anything. It sometimes doesn't have that. But the color and everything, like, given the lighting I had where if I shot to the left, oops, sorry guys. If I shot to the left, it would have been too bright. If I shot to the right, I would have got the wrong angle. And my focus, my nose actually hit the LCD screen and it like made the focus go out of whack. But by some miracle, we managed to land this focus. And that's pretty sharp. If I missed any, it's good enough. I'm just so happy. That made my day. And if we like zoom into the details, it looks like everything is legible, so it's clearly sharp enough. And I like that the National and the Wing and the 30, you can see all that in fact, can we even see what this says specifically? 30 global years of Boeing travel. I'm not sure what that says exactly, but if I can get that detail, we're good. And then here's the other couple of shots. Oh, my bad. Here's the other couple of shots. After that, I kind of just gave up. Another cool shot once you crop it. Typical American flight, whatever. Southwest, typical. I like that shot. United. This one is a 777, so not as big as the 747, but for commercial flights these days, that's about as big as it gets. And I thought this one was also a pretty cool capture. And I think, yep, that's all I did. All right, so I officially did Wawa again. And this time, I got the personal pizza for $6. The reason is because as much as I think that place is cool, I want to get as many different places in on my trip as possible. As a, I won't say food critic, I'm too much of a picky eater, but a chicken finger pizza and burger enthusiast. I guess some pulled pork. I don't know, am I a food critic? Maybe. Oh well, either way, I got myself the personal pizza, and I also decided to get, I almost got fries, but I was like, nah. I'm interested in these garlic knots. I got 2 of them, just the bare minimum, just so I can try it. And I actually got a burger because I may have mentioned this the other night's clip. Last time I went to Wawa, don't ask me why, I got chicken fingers. Just, they're not the greatest. And I'm learning most places, like, yes, there are good chicken tenders out there, but unless they're exclusively known for chicken fingers, you gotta get something else. So, that's gonna be the theme of this trip. Alright, day 3 of work is done, and I'm goofing around on the way home, driving the opposite direction because I wanted to see if I can get any good shots of the arrivals since they've once again not switched it back. And I don't know if it's too high, too close right here. Let me show you what you would see right here. Bear with me, guys. There it is. Is that too... I don't know. I feel like I'm just too close to it. Like, too far under to get the good photo. See? And then it goes that way. Like, this is a good start. Ugh. So testing. But yeah, this nice little spot. Definitely not a good angle. Well, it is for video. Driving by a road, just exploring how close I can get. They're taking off right on top of us. It's so cool. But, yeah, I'm trying to find a spot here in the strip of Tradeport Road here. And I just can't find anything because I don't want to trespass like the flight safety school over here or one of the hubs. But this is pretty sweet. Maybe I can show you this too. There's like all the hubs and hangars are on this road that I'm about to turn back onto. See, like, look, if I could stay over here, this would be a pretty awesome shot. In fact, there's no one behind me. So I am gonna stay over here and show you. Where'd it go? I swear it was over here. Okay, that plane just freaking nosedived in it. Yeah, there, look. It's landing right there. That's so awesome. Cars are behind me. Oops. But, yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, I'll focus on looking at the road, but you guys can focus at looking out my window here. That's the United hangar right there. And this road is just so cool. I mean, even if I can't get the angles I want, just... I don't know, like, this stuff just fascinates me. Maybe I'm just a freaking nerd or something. I don't even understand planes. I don't know how they work or anything. They just are super cool to me. It was better on the right side of the road, though, because there wasn't a tree line in the middle, but you can at least see what I was seeing. Like, around the corner here, I think there's another United hangar. And then there's a Southwest hub, too. So this is kind of crazy. Like right here, I believe, is the other United, or maybe this is the JetBlue one. It doesn't have the name on the outside, surprisingly. But if you keep going, yeah, look, it is another United building. You can see the planet on the back of that tail fin there. Yeah, so 2 United hangars and hubs or whatever right there. And then there's a Southwest one right here. I thought that was really cool. Let's see if I can zoom in. Yep, Southwest. Boom. And yes, I'm looking at the road, guys. Stop freaking out. Oh, look. Oh, man, you can just barely see it through those trees, but there was a 6 Spirit landing right there. Yeah, there's no good angles. So unless the runways switch back, there's none. There's one that's like iffy. I'm iffy on it, but man, that sucks. I was really hoping you'd be able to get a good look. All right, so the next day of work was great. It's November 14th, day 6 down here in Florida. And wow, I just looked up and they actually switched the runways back around. I don't know how long they're gonna do it. I'm gonna zip back to the hotel as quick as I can, and we're gonna go try and get some photos of the landings, which I promise you is gonna be much better. I think the lighting will be good. I'm just gonna shut up and I'll show you guys what I see. All right, can confirm we are nowhere near my hotspot, but even from all the way over here to the west of the airport, yeah, to the west of the airport, you can see that the planes are going in the correct direction now. All right, again, guys, let me reiterate. I am looking at the road. You guys are just looking at where I'm guessing the planes are going to be with my hand. So don't yell at me. But the planes are taking off to my right and landing to my left. You might be able to see that little plane. I don't know. Yeah, so let's give you this look. Of course, it's a little plane when I'm filming. But all those big jets right there are taking off in the direction they were trying to, you know, it just looks so much better from my perspective outside the airport when they do it this way. That's why I'm so excited. See, you can see one taking off in the distance, maybe. I hope. Yep, there's the other one. That one's about to take off right behind it. That's, man, if I had a camera there, that would have been a cool shot with the plane taking off and then the big camera. And you might be able to see it, just a glimpse of it up there. They're actually landing planes on the other side of the airport where I don't know if I'll be able to get photos, and quite honestly, I don't care because this side's definitely got the most traffic. All right, well, I guess you're gonna have to wait because I wish, guys, if looks get killed, there was this huge delta. I mean, a huge delta that just flew probably 25, 50 feet above the ground. It was awesome. And of course, I didn't have my camera rolling because I was at a red light thinking, you know, I wouldn't see anything yet. But I'll shut up here and then I'll just, again, let me go get my camera and then we'll try and get set up and try and find as many good angles as possible. Here's a better look at that other runway I was telling you about. I mean, you can't see it, but this is the one they only use when it's super busy, it seems like. And it seems like they run landings. If they run one, I'm going to try and explain this right. I don't know the names of the runways, so forgive me. I feel like that one runway over there by itself, they run parallel to the nearest runway to me. So if it's doing landings, that one's going to do landings too, it seems like. If it's doing takeoffs, this one's going to do takeoffs and they'll flip it around. I haven't seen any other permutation yet, so it's kind of interesting. It's either going one way or the other at this airport. All right, so here's Conway Road right here. The runway runs like this, and the flights are coming down here. And you can see that sun is killer. I'm definitely not shooting into it like I originally thought. So now I gotta find a spot where I can get easy access and get a nice angle, but also not be too close. I want that nice 3/4 profile. So we're gonna wait for the next plane and we're gonna see what happens. Might just be a little too high. It's a great video shot. I kind of want to get like over in this direction and somehow up. Like I want to catch it lower, so maybe I need to head south. If I head south, maybe I can find something. All right, I don't exactly hate this angle, but I don't love it either. I think I can do better. So we're gonna try and do better. So last night I drove up and down the other end of the town trying to find a spot. And tonight, believe it or not, as great of a view you have in this entire area, the runway is like right there. You just cannot get a good parking spot. This place is gated, or you know, that place is, you know, blocked off or trespassing, business, ticket, you know, whatever. But the funniest thing is, like, it's not even airport property. It's just other businesses. There's nowhere to park. It sucks because I really would love to get a shot of these planes. So now there's this park that I neglected to check out, and I'm gonna see if there's a walking trail that gets you to the little lake to where I could see the planes. And if there is, I'm gonna be a little bit shadow side, but I think I've got a good angle as long as I don't shoot directly into the sun. But we're gonna see. There's frisbee golf courses, or a frisbee golf course. And I don't know how far back it lets you go, but we're gonna find out. You've gotta be kidding me. So as I suspected, oh, I see people walking back there though. Maybe I can walk around the dock. But this is supposedly taking you to the water, which would have been a clear shot. Like, that's the perfect direction. I don't want to shoot into the sun, but even just like 25 degrees to the right and I'll have perfect lighting. Hopefully I can find a spot. All right, so I found a spot at the end of the golf course, frisbee golf, that's pretty close to the water. I don't know what kind of angle we can get, but let's find out here, as there's one flying in. Not exactly what I had in mind, but they're coming in and I'm getting pretty solid shots. The only trick is I have to shoot, focus, I have to shoot over the trees. Like, that shot turned out decent. There's a bug on me. Imagine that, a bug by the water. That one's probably better. This one's got the leaf, or the branch, not a leaf. That was pretty good. See if I can match more of those. Hopefully I see something really cool too, but yeah. You can see, like, oh, dang, if it'll focus out there. Focus on the sky, there we go. You might be able to see just barely. There's that plane on the right and the plane on the left. Those are both runways. The one was on the other side of the airport I'm telling you about, and I'm shitting the one on the left, which is closer to me. Just thought that was pretty cool. Actually, you might be able to see 3 planes now. I don't know. Fish are jumping too. What an awesome view. I had to work for it, but we got it. It does suck that the dock isn't open, but I've seen a few birds and heard some nature, and this looks like a beautiful place for both airplane and nature photography, especially if the dock was open. If the dock was open, I wouldn't have to shoot around these trees. I can get an even better side profile. Actually, let me show you guys what I'm seeing. So I'm gonna shoot this plane, and it's from overseas, so I'm gonna make it quick. But this is what I'm looking at. This looks like an amazing view. The dock is right over here somewhere, and it looks like an open ground. I think might even be able to make a little shelter for it. But yeah, amazing view. And if I could get a better side profile, I could get even better side shots too. But I'm at least hitting the 3/4 with that lighting right there, and the skies, it had a little more texture, but now it lost it. Hold on, let me shoot this. So these guys who I just talked to swear up and down that there's a spot in McCoy Road that you can pull and like sit under the airport, but I think that's when they fly directly over. That's not quite what I'm looking for. But I will say this, people down here are super friendly. I mean, as expected anywhere. But thought they're gonna judge me, I'm by myself with a camera. Nah. They're just encouraging. They're like, did you get any good shots? I'm like, yeah, as good as I could have. Told them how I was on the work trip and blah, blah, blah. And I think my next step is going to be temporarily, at least I know that's a doable spot, even though the bugs were driving me crazy. And you can catch landings there if they are landing. If not, there's no point in being here. But my other thought is, maybe I'll just apply for the MCO viewing area and just go a couple days after work, like just straight there from work. Maybe that could get me a couple hours, because I'm losing light and I'm shooting on an f8 lens, so I don't want to bump the ISO up too much, especially on this crop sensor. But I got some decent shots. Nothing too incredible flew by today, but at least I can add to my playing catalog. I'm more out. Tomorrow I got another 10 hours, and then I'm off for the weekend, and that's when the coasters are gonna happen. All right, so here are the shots I thought stood out. I promise it's not that bad. There we go. Focus. Focus. Oh, it's because macro mode is off. Oops. Well, anyway, let me hold it like this then. We got this shot here, which just, for God knows what reason, doesn't want to be in focus. But I like that shot. That's the one from Germany I was talking about. It's jet blue. It's an A320, I believe. I got similar photos just because I always pick the best one or two from each plane. Something flew by, I got terrible shots, so forget that. A Spirit, this one was an A320, that's why I got a picture of it. It was mostly Spirits I got, because Spirit has a hub down here. But there's one particular Spirit shot. The Southwest just turned out kind of weird, because it's a smaller plane, but I do like this shot. And as I shot, I had to keep on dropping my shutter speed subtly and increasing my ISO because it was getting darker. But I do like this photo. It's not my favorite, but it's good. I will say, other than the Boeing being extra special, these shots do look a lot better. I believe this was also an A320, and this is from Frankfurt. So that was pretty cool to see too. I like seeing the bigger planes that look a little cooler. We got, what else did we get? Alaska. Funny enough, I got one of it taking off too. Doesn't look too bad. Let's see. What else do we have? Something flew by. Oh, same plane. And then we've got, oh, yeah. So I tried to use some foreground elements, which is the top of those, I'll say trees loosely, because they looked very, very dead for being on the water. But this is kind of a cool shot. And this is the only time I actually framed it decently between them. I also thought this was kind of cool. Same exact trees, just a slightly different look. I think I tried to do it here too, but failed. No, I didn't. See, that one turned out kind of cool. Though it's like kind of drawing you in. That's a sun country. But here's the clean shot. Not my favorite, but whatever. One of these was my favorite, because you could see this one. And the reason why is because the sky's got a lot of texture. It's at ISO 1000, so not too bad. And look, small detail, but I like the way that you can see the light underneath. You can't see it in the others, only this one. And I think it just frames up to be a beautiful photo. But yeah, we got Southwest and lots of good shots. Oh, let's see. Oh, yeah, this was my previous spot at racetrack. I know I showed you guys that. So that's what I got tonight.